Remember they put those black things under my eye yesterday. Y'all don't even know what I'm talking about.
The advisor that you were trying to call is not available. If you would like to leave a voicemail, press 1. Otherwise, remain on the line while we attempt to reach. Please leave a message after the beep.
Hello, Don. My name is Tequila Oliver. I got your voicemail regarding me contacting the academic department. This is my attempt to reach out to you. If you can, give me a call back at your earliest convenience. I greatly appreciate it. I can be reached at 234-956-0872. Hello?
Hi, is this Tequila?
Yes, it is.
Hi, this is Marisol calling from the University of Phoenix Student Services. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Good. I was calling to do a welcome call. I know you're returning from taking some time off, but we just wanted to introduce you to the academic counseling team that will be supporting you throughout the remainder of your program and get to know you better and your goals. Do you have time for that now, or would you like to schedule an appointment?
No, now it's fine. I actually, right before you called, I just got done leaving Don a voicemail, and I believe he's an academic advisor.
Yeah, okay. Um, so is there anything in particular that you wanted to kind of talk over?
No, I was returning a voicemail from him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it might have also been
Yeah.
part of your welcoming, um, but I don't know the nature
Mhm.
yet.
Yeah, so yeah, it looks like he gave you a call a couple days ago. So yeah, basically, so as your academic counselors, we work as a team. So you'll have your primary academic counselor, which I believe is Matthew Timman, and we work as a team. So if he's not available, we're also able to support you and answer your questions. If you prefer, you do have the option to leave a voicemail if they're not available, and they'll get back to you within like 24 hours or so.
Okay.
Um, our main role is to provide you with resources, support, information to help you throughout your program, and then also make sure that you feel confident um, close to graduation about entering the work field. Um, so I see that you were with us a couple years ago. Besides wanting to complete your program, what kind of pushed you to get back?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I've been out of school for about 5 years, and it's one of those things like I have a GI Bill, and this is
Mm-hmm.
really what the motivator was. Like, you use or you lose it, and I decided to use it rather than lose it. As far as my degree, I don't have plans for it at this time, but it's one of those things you can use anywhere. So I just,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm kind of
Yeah,
open to
psychology is very
it's flexible.
versatile.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's good. So as of right now, did you have any idea what you want to do with your degree?
No, I was actually speaking with Tammy, I believe her name is, a couple of weeks ago, or maybe it's been about a week and a half. But I was talking with her about it, and she was also a psychology major. But I was telling her, I was
Mm-hmm.
like, like, I really plan on getting into real estate, doing getting my real estate license and stuff after this. But like I told her, since it's so personal, like just being able to communicate with people and being able to understand people, like it will better assist. It's not, even if I don't, go into like a social environment or setting.
Yeah, and like like you said, is very flexible. So either way, you can use it, for your personal life or to apply
Yes.
at pretty much any career.
Yes, absolutely. It's like one right now it's for me more personal than anything. Like I don't plan to use it in a particular field or anything. And I don't know what the future will bring. Maybe eventually I will use it. But like I said, I'm kind of heading in the direction of real estate. But this is a priority for
Okay.
me right now.
Okay. And then I see that you did speak to us a while ago about, well, not too long ago actually, about alternative credits.
Correct.
Okay. Have you started on those yet?
Yes, I have. I've started with the math at Sophia.
Okay. How's that going so far?
So far, it's going well. Like I plan on really hitting it after the holiday, and it's it's one of those. I was really excited to see the program, like how it's outlined, because I feel like it's an ABC type of thing. Like they slow walk you into it and explain everything. So I think I'm gonna do really well at it in Excel, and after that, I'll start my sciences and the other requirements.
Okay. Do you kind of have a timeline for yourself to complete the
Yes, I do.
alternative credits?
Yes, I do, absolutely. For math, I'm looking to be done before August. And for that's really all I have right now on my schedule. Like I'm
Okay.
just planning on being done with math by August. And other courses, I suppose I expect them to be the same. Maybe 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay. Okay. And how do you feel about your current class? I see you're doing really well so far.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I feel really good about these classes. I'm excited about the upper level classes actually. Um, it, they make sense to me if that makes any sense. So I'm very comfortable with it. I had some concerns being out for a while. Writing college level papers again. So, I was worried about whether I'm going to cite things right. And, the portal has changed. So, but there's resources available and all kind. I found help everywhere. So it's been working out really well.
And have you been taking a look at our Center for Writing Excellence?
Yes, I have. I've been using that for
Okay.
sure. It's helped me a great deal.
Yeah, that one's a really good resource.
Yeah.
And so I see your next class starting next week is this statistical reasoning. How do you feel about that?
Hmm. I'm curious about it. And that's kind of the same way that I went into this class. I'm curious
Mm-hmm.
about it. Curiosity always stems or sparks some type of motivation, you know? And
Mm-hmm.
so I think I'll do well. Like, I'm a firm believer. If I do what I'm supposed to do, then everything will work out. So I make sure I read. I make sure I do what's required of me, and it just happens to work out.
Okay. How's your time management plan so far? How have you been adjusting to adding coursework to your regular schedule?
Oh, that was so difficult. Um, and I don't even work right now, but I do have a lot of endeavors that I do outside, like my personal endeavors. So the first
Okay.
2 weeks I struggled a little bit, but by the third week I was good. It was like I'm in. It became normal, a part of my normal routine again. I I just started plugging it into my schedule, and it worked out. But I did have difficulty week 1 and 2. It was like, oh no, the reading material is so heavy, or it requires so much research, and I want to know this much
Yeah.
more about it. And yeah, it's okay now.
So how confident do you feel moving forward to continue that same kind of pattern that you've been doing in this course?
On a scale from 1 to 5, a 5.
That's good. And do you foresee anything like coming up to kind of derail you from what you're doing now?
No, initially when I first reached out to the university to start school again, I was planning on leaving in August for flight school. I was going to take a 2-month course in Minnesota. However, when I looked at the VA side of things, because that's kind of what's covering me for the cost of school majority. And when I looked at that side and found out how much time I had left, I decided to make this a priority and pretty much put flight school on hold. So, yeah, it's okay. Everything's working out so far.
Good. And was there anything that you wanted to focus on in particular to continue being successful?
Anything that I would like to focus on particularly to continue to be successful. I think my main priority, like what's been helping me the most, is setting aside time to read. So I think if I continue to do that it'll play in my favor a great deal.
Okay. How much time are you setting aside now?
Let's see, a week I'm setting aside roughly 12-15 hours a week.
Okay. Yeah, that's not bad. Usually we recommend students to do between like 15 to 20 hours throughout the course or throughout the week for the courses, so you're pretty much around that range.
Yes. I found that this book that we used, it was taking me roughly, 2.5 hours, maybe 3 sometimes, to read a chapter. And I would set that time aside, whether we had 3 chapters one week or 2 chapters the next. For example, we have 2 chapters this week, and I'm trying to get it all out the way now. That's actually what I was working on. But, yeah, it definitely helps.
Yeah, it does. And whenever you're looking at your weeks, how are you organizing yourself to kind of keep track of what you need to do throughout?
Yeah. Well, that was a question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I have a planner, and
Okay.
yeah, I live by it. Like, I've been living by planners for years. So I make sure that every task has to have a check mark by it, and that's what helps me. I'm one of those people, like a checking the box type.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
But doesn't it help so much?
Yeah, and there's something satisfying about it too.
It's
Seeing it
very,
just crossed off.
yes, it's so satisfying to see those boxes crossed off. I know exactly what you mean.
Well, it's awesome, and it sounds like that's working for you. Given like your grades are showing that you're doing really well. Did you have any questions or anything that you wanted to discuss?
Um, I do have one question. I was going to ask the professor. I wanted to know when the university changed its policy on team or group assignments, because I just realized that now, if a team member doesn't do their portion of the work, it kind of doesn't affect everyone's grade. Like, so even though it's a team assignment, if there's no contribution from one, it doesn't affect the grade. When did that change? I feel that is so fair.
So it depends on the instructor, actually. So there have been instances where the instructor will still require that work to be turned in. So if it isn't, the team members will lose points. ultimately the instructor gets to decide on when or how the group assignments are
I
graded.
I see. I see. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was like
is now being recorded.
I wasn't sure if it was a new policy, that the university adopted, and like I said, I thought it was so fair, but you just clarified that, and now I know that it's, you know, pretty much the professor's discretion.
Yeah, and that's how a lot of the courses, it depends on the instructor, and as long as you're keeping that communication open as well, if you see that your teammates aren't participating, letting the instructor in and explaining the situation can also help with that.
Yeah. Well, that was my only question. Other than that, everything's going fine so far.
Okay, that's good to hear. Well, if there's anything that comes up or you have questions, give us a call. Like I said, we're here to partner with you. Even just be a thought partner with your plans or what you want to do moving forward. We're here to support you through that.
Okay, we'll do.
Yeah, awesome. Well, you have a nice evening.
Thank you. You too. Bye bye.
Bye.
It's the same thing that happened in that other call out of nowhere. It was like, I guess they thought I was gonna say something that compromised them. And look, and there's nothing in this transcript. I got a minute and 21 seconds at the point that they said that the call is being recorded. I asked about teamwork. They put me in a team with a couple of bitches that don't do nothing. I'm talking about both weeks, neither one of them did nothing. The one that did something always did it wrong. And she would wait till the very last minute. I'm talking about the whole week would go by. She'd wait till the day before to communicate, and then you wouldn't hear from her again.